What is going on, YouTubeverse? John Stanek from Johnny Radio here, bringing you another Viva La Vinyl classic album review. And guys, it doesn't get any more classic than this. The 1970 Greatest Hits album by Sly and the Family Stone, one of the greatest bands of all time, certainly one of the most influential bands of all time of any genre. We're talking rock, pop, soul, hip hop, funk, you name it. They have influenced you if you've been around since the 60s. I mean, this Sly and his family, actually a few family members, Freddie and Rose, we're talking the greatest rhythm section possibly of all time, with Larry Graham on the bass and Greg Errico on the drums, and Larry also offering a bass vocal throughout most of these songs, which is really fun. I mean, all their music is what I would call happy music. It just puts a big smile on my face, whether it's a ballad or an upbeat, up-tempo song. And you know, I usually don't talk about greatest hits records, but number one, I saw this at the store for $10, and I was like, I gotta have this. And number two, I feel like they really knocked it out of the park as far as the essential songs of this band on this compilation, even though I would have liked to see a couple more songs from their seminal album Stand. But I mean, just starting with I Want to Take You Higher, I mean, it just makes you want to dance to the music, another one of their song titles, and put your teeth out and be like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, again, it just puts you in a good mood, makes you happy, so fun. There's a song called Fun as well. I mean, literally every song on here is a classic, but then the ballads as well, like Everyday People. Just one of their most recognizable songs, so easy to sing along to, and I mean, it's so simplistic. It's really just one chord, but it's just got that cookie melody, and of course Sly's vocal when he gets to the chorus of everyday people. So awesome, man. And Sly, I think, is one of the most underrated vocalists. I think that happens to him a bit because he was a multi-instrumentalist, a producer, a jack of all trades. But as a vocalist, man, he was up there with some of the best of the best. And I mean, gosh, man, I could just talk about every single song on here, but some of the standouts to me are Life, which has that really cool kind of like carnival organ in the beginning, and you're not sure where it's going, but then it comes in with that awesome rhythm section, and you're off to the races with another classic. You Can Make It If You Try, another one that just makes you in that happy zone, and it's very inspirational vocally when he sings that chorus, you can make it if you try. I'm like, yes, Sly, I can make it, man. I love it. It's just so great. And then, oh, Sing a Simple Song, one of my favorite guitar riffs of all time, and obviously one of this guy's favorites too. Jimi Hendrix, on this very album, Band of Gypsies, plays that riff before going into one of his own songs. So you see that they were influential not just on future generations, but on their current peers as well. I mean, just an incredible band. And then, oh my gosh, closing with Thank You for Letting Me Be Myself Again, which unbelievably was not on any previous album. It was a single release just for this greatest hits record, which I think that takes you know, a lot of guts to say, hey, this song, we know it's so great and it's going to be one of our greatest hits in advance. And sure enough, it was. I think that's only happened on a couple of other occasions with artists where they you know, have the chutzpah to do such a thing and it works out, like Mary Jane's Last Dance on Tom Petty's Greatest Hits comes to mind. But I mean, you can't beat Thank You for Letting Me Be Myself Again. It's one of the coolest bass riffs of all time. Just that boom, 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 boom. It's so badass, man. And it's just so fun to sing along to. I absolutely love it. I've already done my top 5 songs of Sly, so I think I've mentioned probably all of them just on this album alone, but I could go on and on about this record. It's just, it's essential, man, to any record collection. Of course, it's also a great starting point, and you know, you want to get into more of their other records. Of course, this came out before There's a Riot Going On, which is like a whole other vibe. It's almost like they're like, okay, we put out our greatest hits on this era. Now we're going to start this kind of like weirder, darker tone that they went into. And sadly, they didn't last long as a band after that, you know, just popping up here and there. Sly hopefully might have more music in the future. You know, there's rumblings about a documentary coming out directed by Questlove that I can't wait to see, because I just think, man, when we're talking about the greatest of all time, Sly and the Family Stone has to always be in the conversation of, you know, up there in like the top 25 artists of all time, if we're being honest, and especially based on influence and inspiration, just incredible. So guys, if you haven't checked this out, please do. If I had to give this a grade, I mean, at least an 8 out of 10. It is definitely essential for any record collection. And if I had to pick my 2 favorite songs, well, we'll have to check this against my top 5. But thank you for letting me be myself again, obviously, and probably sing a simple song. I'll have to check and see if those were my top 2. You can go back and see yourself. But guys, we got top 5s every Friday, by the way. More album reviews, so much more on the channel. Thank you for watching, and as always, Viva la Vinyl. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and be sure to ring the bell for notifications so you can always see great quality content like you're seeing on the screen right now. Thank you so much for supporting Johnny Radio, and I'll see you soon.